Hi friends, this is Chris with Josephine's Designs. I am back with a short share of how I prep one of my journals for one of my By the Well for God, what am I trying to say here? Devotional kit, sorry. This is the one called Redemption Unwrapped. And I have been very slow to get this started. And I'm really disappointed in myself, but it's okay. I'm giving myself grace because we have just been so busy. We are very blessed to have children that live close by and children that live semi-close by. And so this last weekend, and I said I would share with this later, our son and daughter-in-law took us to see a Christian concert. It was phenomenal. It was amazing. I will try to put a little blurb on my blog, josephines.com. It'll probably be another couple of weeks before I get it up, but I would highly recommend, if you ever get to see this gentleman, and I always get his name wrong, I think it's Andrew Peterson. He brought with him the best of the best as well. They did this amazing concert. It takes you through scripture. It is the coming and birth of Messiah. It starts in the Old Testament in the prophesying of Jesus coming as well as his birth. It is really amazing. I love, they sing a song of, I believe it's Jesus's lineage, if I remember. It was just like, oh my goodness gracious. So we did pick up 4 of the CDs. He had a guest singer with him. It was a young lady. I cannot remember her name, and I'm so sorry. My youngest has the CDs. But she was a lovely, lovely singer. We picked up 2 of hers. And then the real hidden gem there was one of the backup singers, and I think she was related to one of the other main singers that travels with him. She sang a song at the end, and I mean, it about took the house down. It was phenomenal. And I looked at my husband and said, she should be a headliner, period, end of discussion. I don't know her name. I wish I did. But like I said, we arrived late. It took us 2.5 hours to get someplace to Texas, an hour and a half, and that was like really dodging and weaving in traffic. And but it was phenomenal. We will go again next year. Probably it'll be our treat. So I told my son and daughter-in-law, that's our Christmas. And maybe birthday. You don't need to do anything else. And my daughter-in-law kind of looked at me like, oh, okay. And I said, no, that was a lovely gift. And they had invited us to come back to their home and spend the night that night, but we were too tired. So we got up and went over the next day because we had planned, my husband was helping my son move furniture, and my youngest daughter and I and my daughter-in-law, we each worked at our home separately, which was great. And then we all met together that evening. They brought the furniture in. They were getting things cleaned up, and because he was buying used furniture. That she comes from a very large family, so they went and bought like a huge sectional, you know how that kind of goes. But anyways, long story short, I digress. I spent that evening, I can't lift anything because of my knees, and one of them in particular was very bad that night, was very swollen. But as everybody kind of, I could cook and I could go to the grocery store. So that night on the way over, I went to the grocery store and bought tons of food. Things we left in their fridge, things we ate while we were there. And then the next day, I made a huge meal. And they had an event that morning and that afternoon, and so they went and did their thing, and we got to stay in the hotel, and so it worked out perfect. And they were totally happy, we were totally happy. Anyways, then when they came back, my husband helped our son, and our daughter-in-law was grading, and my youngest daughter helped her, and then she also helped my son, and they were getting, furniture prepped and cleaned and moved and just all this kind of stuff. And so I sat and worked on my devotional. And I think sometimes when we're visiting someone and we're trying to stay out of their way, it's a great thing to have something to take with you. So I'll share with you what I took. I'll share with you what I did. And we'll kind of go from there. So, of course, the devotional comes like this. And then I had picked up, there's a pack of 3 of these for $9.99 at Hobby Lobby. I used my coupon, so I pay about $6 for them. So you can get 40% off. And so 3 for $6 is really good. That's $2 a journal. They're really decent quality. Now you have to watch because some of them are already designated with, either an agenda or whatever on it. So you have to be sure you're paying attention when you're looking. But so what I did was I went through and I worked on my cover page. So I took apart my kit and I sorted everything. So I had extra letters, so I put all my lettering in one package. I have all my ephemera in one package because I got extra as a thank you kit from Lori. I also put all my stickers together, and then I had my stamps, but I did not take ink. Well, I had ink, wrong color ink, and I did not take a, you don't have to take a block. And I will tell you why. You can use, if you have a large enough stamp pad, you can use it as your stamping block when you travel. So, anyways. And then I sorted out the rest. So I have my bookmarks or tip-ins, and then I have all of my little bookmarks, and then this is just a card from her that I always just keep. Because I couldn't decide if I wanted to cut this out and use it, or, ooh, and I have one more piece of ephemera in there, or if I want to save this for next month. I'm not sure yet. So, anyways, and then last but not least, these are some of the other goodies that Lori sent extra, and so I have those. I have my extra stamp in here, my watercolor, and instead of using watercolor, I use something else. And then I also put my my flare buttons on 2 of my bookmarks. So these are ready to go. So normally I would take those off and I would take this off. So I think it's time. And now I can use these in my books and this in my Bible and my journal. So let me just pack this back up a little bit. So I just keep all of this separate. And that way I know when it comes time to, look for XYZ, this is the one. So I use that to separate my bookmarks because they're going to get wrinkled and I'm going to hate it, but that's going to be the way it is. And then I put all this on the other side. Oh, goodness. Okay. So there's that. That is ready to go. Whoops, I forgot that. So I'll stick that in there. That is ready to go. And then I just set it upright. I'll show you what I used afterwards. So then I just did my cover, my introductory page, the scripture I wanted to put on here, and then I just started. So the first thing I did, and let me scooch to the back, let me go back here, was I went through and I took the extra paper and I put it down on all the pages. Now, there were the pages, the extra paper is 6x6. These are not 6x6. So I glued them all down. Then I came back and I trimmed them. That's how easy it was. And I literally got there without any scissors. So I ran and grabbed some scissors. And these I just bought at Walmart. And these are the Teflon coated. Please never buy any scissors from here on out that aren't Teflon coated unless they're sewing scissors. These are, I've had these, this particular pair is, I have it in another kit here at the house, but you can never have enough of these scissors. So I have those. These are great, but they're not Teflon coated. So just as a FYI. So, so I went through and I put all my paper down. Then I went through and I put down I decided what did I want to touch every page with. So I had picked up some of these darling little snowflakes from Hobby Lobby. They were half price. So the only thing you have to pay attention on these is they're not fully punched out all the way. So you have to take out the bits that, didn't get taken out. And that's a mess. So I just grabbed a little plastic cup. After I drank some juice, I put my trash in it. And that's how I kept my trash contained. So I wouldn't be a bad guest. So there's that. And then I highly recommend repositionable tape runner. So I had a regular tape runner, and they're both by AdTech. You can buy these at Walmart. I don't think you can buy these at Walmart, but they have a Hobby Lobby. And when I got over there, I ran to Hobby Lobby, and I picked up a package of these. And they only sold the refills 2 at a time. And I thought, that's okay, because I'm always losing my tape runner. So I reorder the repositionable refills, say that fast, on Amazon. That's a really affordable way to get them, and they're delivered right to your door. So, So for this, I just use repositionable tape runner, and I put all of these down. Fast, easy, watching a movie with the kids. It was so easy. Pardon me. And then, of course, I put these down, and I left them. And they're like, I think 4 or 5 colors. And so I just buried it, in different positions. Now, one of the tips I would tell you is you can't put one in the same location because it makes bulk. And if you're not careful, then all of a sudden at the end, your book's not even. And it's just, I don't know if that matters to you, but it always matters to me. So I spaced them out throughout the pages. So then next I went through and I numbered the pages. So it's hard to see, but that's an 11 and an 8. So I went to Walmart to get all of my, I didn't have any numbers with me or letters except for the kit. And in the tile letters, there are the numbers, but they're really small. And I was thinking, I like it, but maybe I want a little bit more. So, oh, and by the way, here is there we go. There it is. That's where I got this from. And I had this already in my stash, so I just threw it in. And that is from Hobby Lobby. And again, use your 40% off. You get it for $2 a piece. That's a really great deal. Now, I'm trying to see where I put all my letters. Oh, I saved all of my scraps that I cut off. So I've saved those to use throughout. And I probably should put that in there. And then I also grabbed together, some washi that I thought I might enjoy using. So I love that. It's kind of holographic because there are light colors in this. I also grabbed a green, and I know they sell these at Target, at Walmart. This is just the Scotch brand washi, and I did put this one in. It's kind of a hot pink, but I'm not sure that I'll use it. So all of those are Scotch, and again, you can get them at Target, Walmart, wherever you'd like. So, alright, so then I picked up, I wonder what I did with all my letters. Okay, let me just show you what I used. I have another version here. So these are just the letter and number stickers I got at Walmart. They're 97 cents, and I bought 4 or 5 of these, and because you run out. And by the way, I got all the way to 25 with all of those, and I ran short. So let me just show you how to do it. It's really simple, easy peasy. So I ran out of 2s. Oh, and I'm out of 2s here too. Well, it's not that easy if you don't have enough 2s. But that's okay. I'll find another. I have plenty of number stickers. So I just need to put a 2 here. But anyway, so I went through and I numbered all my pages, added my little snowflakes, and then I grabbed my gelatos. Hold on. My little bag of gelatos. And this is just my bag that I got from Lori at BYTHEWELL4GOD. These were on sale. I always have a stamp in here for the date. There's all my gelatos. I keep them in that. That was a stamp pad I had. It wasn't the right color, and it was just the one that was in here left from the fall Bible journaling camp. So I'm going to put that back over here, and I will pick up a different color and stick in. I think I've got a blue somewhere, and that's the color I want to use. And then I also have extra tape runners. So, yeah, I just keep this one packed all the time, and that's that. So while I was gone, that's how I did it. So I took my gelatos, I chose the colors, and by the time I finished with this, I think I used almost every color in the kit. And those are the iridescents that were on sale on Lori's website, and I just took a damp wipe, and I went through and I just layered the color down, and then I just wiped it. So really quickly, let me show you exactly how I did that. If you don't know, gelatos are easy peasy lemon squeezy. They are always super easy. I think I'm going to go with purple on top. Sorry for the rattle. And this already has a couple of shades of blue that I've put together. So I just put a little bit there, maybe a little bit here, and I'll touch the tip of this. So you can use gelatos, you cannot. You can use the watercolor in the kit. I did not have a paintbrush with me, so I just decided that I did have baby wipes and I did have my gelatos, so that's what I was going to use. It just ended up being what was in my bag. So, and that's it. That's how simple it is. And if you don't saturate, with a very wet wipe, then you can just literally fold and go. So, but it was really, really easy, and I just prepped all my pages. Then I went through and I started getting my book ready. So this is the devotional study, and I started like, I grabbed my pens. So let me show you what I did there. I grabbed my pens, and these are my friction pens, and I always keep them in this bag. Unfortunately, it was really hard to write on top of those, and because everybody was tired, they kept turning the lights off to watch movies, so I was really working kind of in the dark. So I'm adding my ultra fine, and I shared this in a haul. These are the ultra fine point Sharpies. I got these at Walmart at the Black Friday. I got fine and ultra fine. They were in a big kit together. I couldn't even buy the ultra fines for the $9.99 for that price, but I got both. And the other ones, there's even more than there are the ultra fines. So it was a really good deal. So I tried working with my frictions, but I did use my frictions in my book. So that's why I'm putting them together. So I just go through here and I start reading and marking and highlighting and all of that. Then and I take each day. So I went through the introduction, and that's what I used on my introductory pages. That simple. Some things I quoted from in here. Some things I wrote in here. Sometimes it's just scripture that I write in here. My handwriting is nothing beautiful, but it's my writing, and I don't mind. And I love the little girl and the birdie and the cross and this is Redemption Unwrapped. So I thought it was so neat to use the washi and then just one of the stickers from the ephemera, I think is what I used. And then I made my own Christmas tree, and I had some of these extra little goodies that came with the cross, and I thought they worked perfectly. So you can add to it. You don't have to. And that cross sticker sheet was 98 cents. It's by Sticko from Walmart. Very, very affordable. Then I just started. So I went through here and I titled my page, God is Satisfied. So I go to day one. Hold on. There we go. God is Satisfied. Nothing major. I used what was there. Why reinvent the wheel? So I went through and I highlighted with different colors of the things I wanted to touch on or remember or look up extra or any of that. So if you want, you can even go in here and you can decorate these too. But for me right now, I wanted to work out of a journal. So I went through here, I wrote what was important to me, and then I continued on the other side. Again, some of this I'm quoting from the journal, some of this I'm quoting from the Bible. The big thing I came away with this day was we exist to glorify God. Our salvation is for God's sake. It's not for ours. And I loved that part of this devotional. I know people are going to argue that. Don't argue it. If you have the devotional, you'll know what I'm talking about. It really is a good perspective of we are created for fellowship with God. We are created to basically live for God. And so our salvation is for God's sake. It is an example of His glory and His redemption in our lives. So it is a gift. It is all of that. And so anyway, so I wrote all my goodies. I decorated it a little bit, not a whole lot. Then I got to day 2, did the same thing, started highlighting, and then I took notes from within here. I worked on this on the other side. What a wonderful gift. So instead of doing in the flow, I used what a wonderful gift. And that comes from right there. What a wonderful gift. So you don't have to reinvent the titles. You don't have to use exactly their title. You can use what God impresses upon you. So, and then I went through and I started answering the questions. You can see where it kind of faded over. Some of the gelatos were better than others. So I just decided, you know what? It was really hard to do this in the dark anyways, much less have it, kind of fade out. So this morning when I came home and I saw the pins, I thought, oh, yeah, that's what I'm going to use. So I broke into the box and I did it there. So I'm behind. I'm going to work on day 3 and 4 today. They really want you to read through it one day and then journal it the next day. But I've never been that girl. I've always been the girl to do it the day of. And it's really hard for me not to sit down and do 25 days all at once. I know. It's just that good. That's all I can say. The writing is just that good. It makes you really think on things of God that you were not thinking on before. And this is always a very action-packed time of the year for us due to the fact that my husband takes off large vats of time, which is great for him. But for me, I work better. I always have. I've been always a lot more productive when he's off at work. And it's not that I begrudge him being home. It's that I know for myself that I have to be more flexible. And that frustrates me. I'm not going to lie. I get frustrated with, but I have this on my to-do list and I'm going to do this. And it just doesn't work out. So I literally was sick yesterday. Really, really sick. Woke up with a migraine, and some of my autoimmune issues just went berserk yesterday. And I recognized, because when we go stay with my son and daughter-in-law, I didn't sleep very well. And it's not their fault. It was all me. But I came home with a huge autoimmune flare yesterday. And I thought it was happening. I could see it happening because we had so much to get done over the weekend. And I felt frustrated that I couldn't help with the physical work. I just had to sit in the chair and get out of the way and scoot back in the chair. And my job was just to cook a big meal. And that's what I did. And I felt badly that because I couldn't get anybody to nail down times, that everybody, I wanted to make this big meal, and then it got cold, and you know how this kind of stuff goes. And of course I had snacks and hors d'oeuvres and things like that, but it was just, I was on the brink of getting sick, and I could see it now. And praise God, when I get sick, nobody else gets sick. It's my own autoimmune system attacking itself. But so yesterday I just stopped. I slept almost the whole day. I'm so embarrassed to say it. Pardon me. But I recognized that by about 2 o'clock, if I'd had the flu, which this is much worse than the flu, I would literally stay in bed and sleep all day because it would be justified. But because it's my autoimmune system, I look okay in my face, but my body is literally attacking itself. So I just rested. I had a migraine on top of it, and by 7 o'clock last night, praise God, migraine was gone. And that never happens. I usually have migraines that last for days, as any of you who may have migraines know. I don't get them hardly anymore at all, but it's usually stress, hormones, and allergies. And for me anymore, my hormones don't affect me as much. It's really just stress and allergies. So today, and I haven't done it yet, I'm going to get on my allergy drops. And then last night, I just rested. We had dinner, I made dinner, and we just rested. And as much as I could. And, I can't let other people's stress affect me. But I'm also the person that I have to be careful that I don't become a doormat for other people. And I see that in some of the relationships, and I recognize that. So I think there's a lot of wisdom in being slow to speak, slow to anger, quick to listen, that scripture. And so when we're at this time of the year, and maybe you don't have any of this, so God bless you. I'm so happy for you. I cannot say how happy I am for you. If you are dealing with stressful situations, and it's not just in our household, it's other things that affect our household as well. Just slow down. And if your body starts like crashing like mine did, it's okay. And if nobody understands it, that's okay too. It just is the way it is some days. Some days you're just sick and there's nothing you can do about it. So on those days, you just rest. And so today I woke up and I thought I want to get on my my devotional, but I also wanted to share with you guys where I'm at, and I wanted to be really honest. I try to be really honest on this channel about where I'm at, when I'm behind on something. And you know what? If I don't finish this till the end of December, I know that's not what it was intended for, but sometimes we just do the best we can. But we still keep running the race. We still keep trying. And I know for many of you, you guys feel that way about the Bible journaling camps. You don't have to end when I end. You just have to keep running the race. You just got to keep striving towards the goal. And the goal is to know God better. And when you're talking about a devotional like this, that's the goal. It is the goal. And nobody needs to know if you're behind or ahead or anything else. You're just going to do what you can do. So, okay, friends, so that's about it. I am going to get a little rubber band, one of those like journaling bands. I've got to go find one in my stash, or I may just make one out of a ribbon and, just tie it like that. This ribbon's too short, but that's okay. Oh, you know what I could use? I could just use, yes. Love you, Lori. These came with the kit, and I could just make a quick band out of that, and then just slip it on and off every time I do my devotional. Voila. How is that easy peasy lemon squeezy? And it's really cute. Okay, friends, so there's my honest share of where I'm at on this devotional. I know that I have offered in the past, you guys want me to share what I'm doing in my devotionals. 9 times out of 10 I hear yes, and then I don't ever get back to share. So I wanted to take the time this morning before I get busy and share what's going on in here. I've got to do my 25 days of Christmas. I'm going to do a couple of 3 so I can be ahead for y'all. From Trader Joe's, my advent calendar. I know it's cheating, but I hate missing having it ready for y'all. So I want to make sure I'm ahead on that. And yeah, so I hope you like this. I hope this encourages you on how to get organized, how I prep my pages, and every single devotional I do my prep a little differently. Sometimes I use paper, sometimes I don't, sometimes I use gelato, sometimes I use the watercolors they're gift to us. Whatever it is, I just prep my pages, put my numbers down of how many days are in the devotional. Usually there's 14, and then I go that route. So I don't know how you feel, but assembly lining is so much easier for me, and then it gives me the freedom to come in and write and journal and then add my ephemera and decorate the way I feel that day. So, okay guys, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment, share with somebody if this would encourage somebody, and that's what this channel is all about. Come on back. There's lots more going on today. Getting ready to do 3 drawings. Gonna video those today. They'll be up by the end of the year. Super excited for you guys. And yeah, most importantly, I pray your day is blessed, creative, and lovely. I will be talking to y'all soon. Love y'all. Bye-bye.